Ivan Demidov is another Russian prodigy who looks like a lock to be picked in the top four in the upcoming 2024 NHL draft. The difference between these two is that Michkov has had the hype and anticipation for years, whereas Demidov has been flying under the radar despite displaying that he's another rare prospect from Russia who has what it takes to become one of the greats from that country. I seriously do think that Demidov is just about as hype as Michkov. If you love content about the upcoming draft classes and prospects in general, then this is the place to be. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and to leave a like. Now, these are two totally different players, but I want to mention some freaky similarities that they do share. They both were almost born on the same day. Michkov on the 9th of December and Demidov on the 10th. Demidov, of course, was born a year later, though, in 2005. They also both are around 170 pounds. They have very similar frames. Demidov is 5'11, Michkov is 5'10. They also both shoot left, but they prefer to play on the right wing. I will say Demidov also can play in the middle, but I would be willing to bet that at the NHL level he will more than likely become a winger, but I will add that he can play center. Before their draft eligible season, both Demidov and Michkov absolutely lit up the MHL. Demidov had 19 goals, 43 assists, and 62 points in 41 games played. Michkov, he had 22 goals, 16 assists, and 38 points. That is right, he had a goal per game ratio, which is just crazy. Ivan Demidov broke a record last season. Nobody in the MHL who was under 18 has ever had more points than Demidov. Now let's be clear, if Michkov played as much as Demidov did, then he would have been on pace for about 70 points. He probably would have had like 10 or so more points in the same amount of games played. Demidov's point per game average was the second best in NHL history for a player under 18. He only finished behind Michkov. What these two have recently accomplished is rare stuff. It is a sign that both players have incredibly bright futures in the NHL. The first thing I want to talk about is Demidov's skating ability. I don't think it is a hot take at all to claim that he is way better than Michkov when it comes to his excellent skating ability. The way Demidov moves is elite. His skating is flashy and exciting. It is game breaking, really. His moves are full of deception. Which direction he will ever take seems to be unexpected. The way he cuts is so clean. His crossovers are something that stands out with him. The edge work is filthy, really. The rest of his game greatly benefits from his amazing skating ability as well. Demidov plays with loads of determination. He always seems to find a way to go where he wants to. Demidov isn't afraid of a barrier or two. Plenty of players will shy away from the stuff that Demidov attempts. You watch these clips, and sometimes you think there is no way Demidov can maintain possession and continue to move forward, but he finds a way. His skating is super crafty. I'm amazed by the way he accelerates and quickly changes direction. The way he pulls off these 180 moves is crazy. His skating is really something to admire. He has blazing speed. He's got a great initial stride. I nearly have no complaints with how this kid moves on ice. This is a massive strength for Demidov, and it's an excellent foundation for him to have. The hands, the filthy dangles, his stick handling skills are another thing that I think Demidov is better at than Michkov. Demidov has disgusting mitts. His elite skating combined with his hands is what makes him such an exciting prospect. I was talking about how Demidov isn't afraid of barriers. He's not scared of defensemen. He plays with such a high level of confidence. Plenty of players envy this kinds of stuff. There is an endless amount of clips of this kid flying through defenders. Will he use his speed? It's an option. Will he break some ankles? It's something he can naturally do. The way he moves the puck between his own skates is fluent for him. He executes it with ease. This creates a lot of unpredictability with Demidov. The way he zips past defenders with a quick move that has the opponent wondering what the heck just happened is amazing. Demidov has plenty of tricks up his sleeve, which makes reading him such a difficult thing to do. This is like a Trevor Zegras elite level of creativity. Zegras has said that sometimes it's like he doesn't even know what he's going to do in the moment. He just kind of naturally makes it happen as every second is passing by. Demidov gives me this feeling. It's amazing hockey IQ that he has. It's being able to handle and thrive while being under pressure. It's a fast mind that is fully dialed into the play. It's almost as if while he's on the ice that he is playing in slow motion. That is how fantastic his moves seem to be. Dangles are the thing in hockey that gets everybody going. Demidov looks like the kind of player that will excite NHL fans for many years to come. He's got that level of magic similar to Pavel Datsyuk. Now, how about his passing ability, which is absolutely stellar? Demidov's game just kind of all beautifully gels together in such a spectacular way. As you can see, Demidov has this elite passing ability that is outstanding. He threads the needle like a beauty. He executes passes in all sorts of nifty ways. He seems to dart razor sharp passes through difficult lanes. His brain thinks quick. His vision is fantastic. Demidov loves to maintain puck possession, and he is always trying to navigate through opponents with his amazing dangles. However, he has the IQ to understand when he needs to move on from the puck. If a lane is too difficult for him to get through, then he's going to pass the puck to a safe option. He has the ability to quickly find somebody in an amazing position that could lead to a quick scoring chance, or he will slow the play down and allow his team to somewhat reset and properly build some offense. He thinks at a high level and has a great understanding about what all needs to be done at all times. Demidov's got that Connor Bedard kind of swagger where he makes a perfect pass. He does that with ease, and it can look natural and effortless at times. He makes that wonderful pass, and he knows it was the perfect play to make it in that moment. You'll see him feed his teammate, and when he does, it should allow his teammate to get a high danger scoring opportunity. But just in case, Demidov positions himself elsewhere, just in case. He's a great insurance kind of player. His positioning is awesome. He's effective and consistent. He kind of seems like a robot who is programmed to do everything perfectly in the offensive zone. So yeah, I also think Demidov is a better passer and playmaker than Michkov. I feel like he uses his teammates better. This might be a hot take, but I kind of feel like his solo efforts are better as well. Demidov just gives me the feeling that he's a much more complete player. Michkov is the better goal scorer as of right now. What makes Michkov so special is his bullet of a shot that is Ovechkin-like. He can fire accurate snipes from afar and place the puck in the perfect spot all of the time. Demidov is also a great scorer himself, though, and maybe something that will help him out so much down the road is his terrific skating ability. Demidov is a freak when it comes to creating space for himself. It's what he strives to make happen. It's what he wants. It's what his game seems to revolve around. Flying around the ice with excellent puck possession until he finally breaks the opposition and generates that space that he was looking to create the entire time. In the offensive zone, you will see Demidov have that room, and once he gets it, then it's seemingly game over for the other team. Demidov likely has the better one-on-one moves against a goaltender. The fast hands and quick decision-making that he has while dangling in front of a goaltender is at an elite level. It all combines together in such a special way. His skating, his hands, his speed, his finishing ability. Demidov can do it all in the offensive zone. His accuracy is great. He's also really versatile with his goal scoring. His positioning is a big strength. He always finds that open space. He can yeet in one-timers with a booming shot. His wrist shot looks fine by me. It's not at a Michkov level, but it certainly gets the job done. Demidov is a player that every team would love to have on the top power play. Demidov also is very effective during 5-on-5 play. With his skill set, he's the kind of player that could bring home an impactful goal in an unexpected way during a close game. Demidov is the definition of a game breaker. As for the rest of his game, his two-way upside, it is something that I'm still studying. However, so far, I like what I see, and I would say there's some promise there. Demidov displays that he is far from lazy. He always wants the puck. He always wants to make a difference. He's great with his stick and attacks like a freak. He can clearly forecheck. He's not afraid to get into the corners and battle. He battles like his life is on the line when the opposition is trying to clear the puck out of their defensive zone. Demidov knows how to steal the puck and makes the opposition pay the price for losing the puck to him. Demidov has some solid strength too, despite not being very big. His puck protection skills are great. His frame is so similar to Michkov's. He's never going to be this big giant, but he is super strong on his feet, and he is really sturdy. Demidov clearly is a player who can make a living in the offensive zone alone. If he can also put together a solid two-way game, then this player becomes even more valuable. As of right now, I would say he is better defensively than Michkov, and that his defensive game isn't really a concern. So what's next for Demidov? Well, obviously, he's going to have to follow up, and he's going to have to kill it in the KHL this season. We know that Michkov finished with the best ever points per game average in KHL history, surpassing the likes of all of those Russian legends that have played in the NHL, including Alexander Ovechkin, and the list goes on and on. So Demidov, he's going to have to do something very special if he's going to want to actually compete with Michkov. However, I think that I mentioned so many reasons as to why this player seems like he's a much more complete player. And me personally, I know it's maybe a bit of a hot take right now, and not a lot of people are saying it, but I kind of feel like this is the feeling I've got. Demidov is going to be better than Michkov. I have that feeling. So in the comments section below, I want you guys to all let me know. Do you think Demidov actually can make a case for being a better prospect than Michkov? Will he maybe have a better NHL career than Michkov? Let's be clear, I don't think he's going to be a better goal scorer than Michkov, but outside of that, I think he can do nearly everything better than Michkov. Time will tell. We're obviously going to have to wait a very long time, but I think it's going to be so interesting to see how it all plays out. I'm so excited. Thank you all for tuning in today, by the way. And I just want to say we're almost at 400 subscribers. My goal is to get there by the end of July here. I think it's something we can accomplish. I love the growth. I love all the support, all of the engagement with the channel. It means so very much. I will see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in today.